Well, hello and welcome to this Long Island weather alert as we deal with the change in our weather. Obviously, the past couple of days has sucked, especially today. Dreary, on and off, sucky drizzle. The sucky drizzle's back, and drizzle in June, really. And you can see here, according to the site here, fog mist at Farmingdale, 63, dew point 62. Just absolutely awful weather. I am so tired of it. This weather is breaking me. It really is. It's to the point of, just forget about going to live in. I need to just live somewhere where it doesn't rain so freaking much. This is just ridiculous. I need the sunshine. This is just. It wasn't like this years ago, but the weather, here has changed. So, you see, we got stalled warm front to the south. Got this low, long, and heavy rain and severe weather in Pennsylvania off to our west. Probably not going to see that. But there is some severe weather out there. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. It's just so humid, too. You can see the level 2 slight risk there in Pennsylvania. And there was one reported tornado today. If we look at things, you can see where the severe weather is. Let's look at the radar right now, because we do have a line of some pretty hefty thunderstorms moving through western New York right now. Watertown, Syracuse, down to Ithaca, down through Pennsylvania, State College, and into western Maryland. This looks like a pretty intense line. There's another line that is in Canada that it looks like it's approaching London and maybe eventually Hamilton and Toronto. So this is all associated with a cold front. It's finally going to sweep this crap out of here, but we'll get more smoke again, unfortunately. Let's see how much lightning we're getting off these thunderstorms here. And they are producing a decent amount of lightning. Not a crazy amount, but there is some lightning with these storms. So, and there are some warnings out. Oh yeah, Pennsylvania. Looks like they're seeing a decent amount there. Let's go to the map now, our weather and hazards map. You can see the severe thunderstorm watch, and it looks like there is one tornado warning in Pennsylvania north of State College. However, I don't see it here, popping up here, but I see the red triangle. So, looks like that it is or was a tornado warning in that area, north of State College there. You can see some strong winds with that storm, too. They had a gust up to 38 there. They're hitting 81. Now, they got into the severe weather. We're just stuck with the dreary, crappy, miserable, just trash weather that we have been having. And yesterday we had sun in the morning, and then it started raining in the afternoon. So, yeah. As you can see here, this is the weather we've been dealing with here at Farmingdale. Actually at Islip. Temperatures in the generally in the mid-60s. Dew points not much lower. Drizzle, mist, on and off. Just awful. Sometimes there were breaks and it wasn't drizzling too much, and other times the drizzle came down heavier. You can see we had the rain start in. Well, out there, the rain started in a little bit later over there, but over here, it definitely started in a lot earlier. If we look at Farmingdale, we had yesterday. You can see we had that rain start in. Looking at the 8th, you can see light rain started at 5:40. So in Nassau, it started a little bit earlier than that. So. Yeah, ridiculous. We can't get one dry day. We will on Wednesday, hopefully. It's absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Look, man, I know drought's not good, but mentally I can deal with drought. I can't deal with this. This is just torture. Looks like we got dense fog advisory in effect for the offshore waters. Not surprising. Not seeing fog, we're just seeing drizzle. Let's go look at the amount of precipitation we've had in the past several days. We'll do 48 hours. We'll do 48 hours here. Not a whole lot of precipitation. It's just been this light drizzle crap. Now, if I go to 72 hours, I think then you start seeing the higher amounts from Saturday's event. But in the past 2 days, it's just been this light, just crap weather that we've been having. This is just, I absolutely hate. I'll take 100 degrees over this. I hate the heat, but you know what? At least don't make me depressed. This is awful. Bloody awful weather that we've been having. Yeah, bloody awful weather. So let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow. And it looks like Just to our south, there's a marginal risk in the southern half of New Jersey for some severe weather with this cold front that's coming on through right now. Let's look at the satellite. We haven't showed you that. So we'll go ahead and look at that. Show you what we got. See the mess that's sitting over us. Yeah, they did break out into sun. I'd rather be in Pennsylvania. At least they got some sunshine and they didn't have to deal with this crap. They had some thunderstorms, but I'd rather have a thunderstorm and get the rain over with quickly than have this all-day crap. You can see it kind of just sitting over us. The other issue is the smoke. Now, there has been smoke around. We'll go to the CONUS view. We're going to be dealing with that again as well as we start heading into... you can see the smoke wrapping around here, the low right here, so you can see that wrapping around. So this is the air mass we're going to get into once this cold front moves through. You can see plenty of smoke there as well if we go to the upper Mississippi Valley. Look at that, all that smoke. It's just awful. Yeah, so we're going to be getting into that. Yeah, so it looks pretty thick, actually, especially as the sun goes down. So, yeah, we're going to have hazy skies. It won't be a nice blue sky, unfortunately, for us. There's going to be a lot of smoke around. If we go to the North America view, you'll be able to see Canada, northern U.S. You'll be able to see all the wildfire smoke that we've got going on the sun. You can see there's some really big wildfires now in British Columbia now that are affecting. So this is all coming down, and basically east of the Rockies is where you're seeing all this smoke. You can see all the smoke, and then you can also see the smoke over here going out over, it looks like Newfoundland over there. So, New Brunswick, I should say, or no, Newfoundland. Yeah, look at all that dense smoke over there. Over, it looks like Edmonton's got to be really feeling it now. That's some pretty dense stuff right there. Let's look at some observations. And we'll go and we will look at, you can see the flood watches and stuff, but you can see some air quality alerts already in a, is that an air gray? Oh, that's fog. 44. Wow, that's chilly. Let's go look at Edmonton here. You can also look at that. Let's see what Edmonton has, because that smoke looks pretty dense over Edmonton. Let's see if we can... 73. Look at how low that humidity is. 24. Beautiful city, but you're going to be dealing with a lot of wildfire smoke right now. Let's see International Airport. Let's see if we can get some visibility here. Reports here. Oh, they're saying clear. All right, they did report some smoke. There was smoke reported earlier. And if we go and we look at some areas further east in Canada, and also up in, you don't even have to go that far. We can actually go look at Plattsburgh, because I think they were reporting some smoke too as well. There was some smoke all over Canada. Some of it got in here. You can see some reduced visibility, 9.8 miles an hour, 9.8 visibility. Haze, there you go, 6 mile visibility. Haze being reported yesterday. And if we go further to the north, there definitely was smoke reported. If we look at some of these cities in Canada, it's fine. We don't want we want an airport. You see that they were reporting haze, mists. Well, maybe that wasn't the one, but one of these sites was reporting smoke up here. Gotta find one that's an airport. Some of these were reporting smoke. I think it might have been this one. Yep, there you go. Smoke being reported. This was on June 7th. Smoke being reported, visibility down to 6 miles. So there was some thicker smoke that was being reported over there. And then we can also look at, I'm kind of curious if they're getting it in New Brunswick. Newfoundland. I think this is Newfoundland. Look at these winds. Wow. Let's see if this one's going to report any smoke at all. Yeah, this one doesn't report any visibility. Very strong winds over there. Do St. John's. See if they're reporting any smoke at all. They're dealing with the Sucky drizzle too. Oh man, awful. So, get an idea of just a lot of people dealing with this crap right now. Dealing with drizzle, you're dealing with smoke, and you're dealing with heat in the Pacific Northwest. Oh yeah, look at that, 100 degrees over there. I'll take that over what we're dealing with right now. Especially because it's mostly a dry heat over there. Let's see how Flagstaff's doing. 72. They got up to 84. Let me guess. They had a beautiful day today. It looks like they had some clouds around, but they had clear skies with some pop-up thunderstorms. Yeah, that's the way the weather is over there. It's very interesting. I'll take that over this any day. This is just awful. And it looks like we've got another severe thunderstorm watch in effect for this area as well. But hey, it's not going to be our issue. Our issue is going to be the smoke and the front coming through for tomorrow. So let's go and look at the models now. I could go over the weather statistics for islip briefly for today. It's 4 degrees below normal because the highest 65 was 10 degrees below normal. So below normal, 0.32 inches for the month. Actually below normal precipitation on islip despite all the rain. Had a lot of rainy days, but not a lot of heavy rain. Not a lot of thunderstorms. That's the problem. So let's go to the European. Got the 12Z European to look at, and you'll see here. Here's the chances for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Dry air comes in tomorrow night, and into Wednesday we finally get into a little bit of ridging. And then we have a cold front that's going to try to sneak down on Friday. That's going to wind up stalling to the south and bringing us, more unsettled weather for the weekend again. Perhaps we get out of it by Sunday. That's what it's looking like. So at least Saturday might be looking a little more on the unsettled. Unsettled again. I'm so tired of it. I really am. All right. Well, don't have the full 0Z HRRR in. But this will cover most of the weather issues for tomorrow. So you'll see that we do have a chance. That line will probably weaken, and doesn't look like we'll see much of anything from it. But the afternoon, there could be something popping up in the afternoon and evening. But right now, I'm not impressed with what this model is showing right now. But we'll show you the dew points in the wind flow, show you this front coming through here. So you can see the moisture, the humidity is going to stay high for tomorrow, light winds. And then as we finally get toward Wednesday, you can finally start seeing it come in a little more. I'll have to roll back to the 18Z run of the HRRR to show you how we get into Wednesday. So you see the dry air comes in, but it doesn't really make it that far in. So it's not a really strong cold front that's going to come through. It's not really going to knock down the temperatures that much. In fact, we're going to be above normal when that cold front moves through. So tonight, temperatures really aren't going anywhere. Tomorrow, we'll probably make it it looks like it heats it up a little more in Jersey, where there could be a little more sunshine, maybe 80s there, but it's going to be very humid again. And then as we get into Wednesday, temperatures will still be pretty warm, still be in the low 80s, so still a little bit, maybe a little bit above normal for Wednesday. But we are almost into the middle of June now, so should start seeing temperatures in the 80s more often. Let's look at the Cape levels for tomorrow. There is some. There's really not much Cape. It's some off to a west in the afternoon, but nothing really terribly impressive. We can look at the 0Z run, even though may not get as much out of it. But yeah, it seems like the best chances are going to be probably the southern half of New Jersey, where they got the marginal severe risk. But for our area, it does not look like we're going to be seeing any severe weather. Let's go to the NAM. The NAM also has the Cape parameters, so we're going to look at that. It's the 18Z NAM. You can see, again, best levels seem to be over Jersey toward the afternoon. Let's see what the NAM is doing as far as precipitation goes. And it is developing some showers in the morning. And there could be some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm in the morning through the early afternoon. Then it kind of and then we actually have the cold front coming through in the evening. There could be a scattered shower of thunder, very widely scattered. It really does not show a lot of activity because, again, this cold front's just not that strong. That's the problem. Now let's go look at clouds. And we haven't seen the sun in a long while. And we might see a little bit of it late tomorrow afternoon, perhaps. And then try to clear things out Wednesday. Should be mostly sunny, but the caveat is that we're going to be dealing with wildfire smoke again. So, and then it's showing. Obviously, the RGEM is doing this kind of interesting thing. We'll have to talk about that as we get into Thursday. It's developing a thunderstorm Thursday afternoon just to our north because there's a cold front that's going to be dropping through that could spawn a shower or thunderstorm, backdoor kind of cold front. This is what the RGEM has. Don't really have any other models that go out that far to show us as far as any. We have the NAM 12, which kind of shows that as well. But if we want to visualize that front, we can look at the European. And look at the dew point here. And you'll see the winds as far as Wednesday goes. They'll be west, but then there'll probably be sea breezes in the afternoon. Thursday is going to wind up being a lot warmer because we got more of a west-southwest wind, and the humidity starts coming back up again. But you see what that backdoor front trying to make it through. You see how it stalls out. It doesn't really make it through until Sunday. So, yeah, stall front syndrome again. Temperatures will be quite hot on Thursday. Euro's not showing that, but if we hit the HRRR, well, we'll deal with that. We'll have a video every night because there's going to be weather issues to deal with. I mean, the past couple of days, it's just boring. There's nothing really to talk about except just more clouds, more light rain and drizzle. Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that. So let's go to the HRRR and we'll HRRR smoke model. We'll talk about the smoke because that's something we're going to be dealing with as we get toward Wednesday. So you can see here it comes. So tomorrow we're not going to be dealing with it, but as we get into Wednesday, the 11th, you start seeing the smoke come in. It won't be super dense, but it'll be noticeable. It'll make the sky hazy. It really won't be a nice blue sky. Now, there probably won't be too much near-surface smoke from this. Let's take a look. It is showing some, however. It is showing some near-surface smoke, so I wouldn't be surprised. I almost thought I smelled some smoke today. Yeah, there is definitely near-surface smoke there, so I think we could definitely be quite smoky. And, of course, this is going out of 48 hours, so it's really hard to forecast that far out. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a better idea of just how bad that smoke is going to get. Let's go to the RAP smoke model. This is the Canadian one. You can see all that smoke coming from now British Columbia now. You can see the smoke getting into our area on the 11th. Yeah. It's definitely plenty of smoke to go around for sure. Let's lastly go to the Ventus sky. Let's not Ventus sky. Let's go to the Modus satellite just so we can get a better look at the smoke here. Give us a better look as to where the smoke is coming from, so you get an idea. And you'll see the smoke is coming from. Yeah, they got fires now in British Northern. Every province. I mean, they got fires in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, though it looks like right now there is some cloud cover over there. Maybe they're getting some rain, perhaps. But even if it rains, it's not going to be enough to put the fires out. Because once it gets dry, they'll just flare right back up again. And you can see the smoke going all the way up from out over the Atlantic. It's crazy. And yeah, it's even made it to Europe. That's insane. It's going around the world. How about that, huh? We can look at yesterday too, by the way. It was yesterday and Saturday. That's smoke again. So, yeah, there's been some smoke around. Lastly, we'll go to the AQI. Take a look at our air quality because it doesn't seem all that good out there. It's saying good. Let's go to the purple air site and we'll let's go to their map here. It shows you. Skip the geolocate. Let's just kind of takes all the observations and shows you where, yeah, there is moderate air quality yellows. Plenty of yellows over New England as well. So yeah, we are seeing impacts to the air. The media just always underplays it, but there are impacts. I definitely smelled the smoke today in the air, especially tonight. And I'm sure as you head north into Canada, it gets a lot worse. So we're going to be getting some of that in here. So that is going to wrap this video up. At least we will be seeing the sun, but as far as any nice blue skies, don't count on it anytime soon. Not around here. Maybe you want to head to Flagstaff for that. That might be the Southwest, maybe the only area that's really of the country that's right now getting some nice weather with good air quality. But that is it. Not even Canada. You can't even get it in Canada. So no, the whole continent pretty much is socked in with smoke or drizzle clouds, and all this crap as we undergo, as we continue to deal with the planet in crisis. Have a good night.